episode of the How to CEO show. I'm your host, Murray Newlands. In this show, we're going to be looking at how CEOs can engage their employees. Being a CEO is really hard. When you decided to become a CEO, the world changed. You can either build an amazing company or you can crash and burn. We're here to give you the knowledge, advice, the skills, and the expertise to build an amazing company. So, employee engagement. What is it? What does it mean? And how can a CEO do it? So here are some tips for how you can engage with that. First question to really ask yourself is, are you good at engaging with people? Some people are great at engaging with people. Some CEOs are great at engaging with people. Other CEOs are not so good at engaging with people. And yes, it's possible to start a company, get customers, do some great work, and build a great company. I would say probably a great little company, even maybe a great company. Let's go for it. Without being amazing at engaging with a large group of people. Maybe you're good at engaging with a few people. So are you, as a CEO, great at engaging with people? If you are, then great. You probably know how to do lots of these things, but we'll go over them anyway. If you're not, maybe you need to get someone to help you with it. Now, it could be one, getting a coach yourself, someone externally who can help you improve yourself and work on that thing that you're not so good at, which is engaging other people. Even if you are good at it, maybe having someone external who's professionally paid to help you engage with employees could be a great way to help you. Another thing that you might want to do is think about who is next in your business, who is good at engaging with your team. Maybe you're the technical introvert person who's great at building that, who's discovered an amazing thing, or great at building that amazing product, but maybe you need to get someone else in your team who's great at growing and engaging an employee base. So think about it from that perspective. And I think all of us could do with improving how we engage employees. So now we've looked at the basis of how to think about this. Something else to think about it is, are you truly engaged? How passionate are you about your business, about engagement right now? If you're not, then it's time to check yourself and say, okay, how am I going to get re-engaged? How am I going to get re-passionate about this business, what I'm doing? And what do I need to do that? Well, some things that might be holding you back. Is the business holding you back as a whole? Are you struggling with where it is? How can you get help with that? Number two is, and we all go through times of good times and bad times, how do you re-engage? And is it actually your employees, the people you're surrounded with, who are not helping you engage? And how do you change those employees so that you are surrounded by people who are motivating you, driving you forward, and helping you stay engaged? So sometimes you need to, as a CEO, you need to think about, okay, I might have a great team of people doing great things, but are these people motivating me, and where am I getting my motivation to really engage with? And do I like engaging with the team I have? So that's something really important to think about when you think about how can CEOs engage with their team. Like, are these people who I've hired passionate? And you should be hiring for people who are passionate about your business and helping you move it forward. So the next thing to do is to rethink about your vision, where the company is now, and where it needs to go, and how you can communicate that. So think about exactly rehoning that message, rethinking about what it is you're trying to communicate and what it is you want your employees to be engaged about, because that's really important. And then think about how you're going to engage them. In a small company, it might just be refocusing them, having a small meeting about that. In a larger company, you probably need to get the executive team together. You need to get them to pull together share your idea with them, get their feedback on them, because you're going to need them to engage the broader audience as a whole in order to communicate this and really get on board, because they're going to be in a larger company. That executive team are going to be the people helping to engage people, helping to take this out to the broader company. So you need to think about how you're going to do that and what tools they will need. Next, you're going to need to say, why is this a priority and how are people going to focus on this? There are people, your team already busy doing lots of things. So how are you going to get them to really stay focused on this engagement, and why is it going to be interesting to them? And once again, if they're going to have to communicate this to teams below them, how are you going to give them the resources that they need in order to communicate that? Are you giving them PowerPoints? Are you giving them flyers? Are you giving them brochures? Are you going to create a film that they can share? How are you going to get them to communicate successfully with their teams to engage? So you need to think about that structure of engagement. And once again, working with your employees on what is great engagement, and also getting feedback as to how you can help them stay engaged, and what you ask them what would help them be more engaged in the process. Then think about structures for how you're going to move this forward. Is there going to be a cadence for this? You might want to say, okay, I really want, how are you going to communicate with them? How is that communication going to go from you, and how does that communication come back from them? Because if you really want employees to be engaged, you need them to be able to communicate back with you. You also need to make sure that they are truly happy with the process and truly happy with what they're doing. So that then brings on to the question of what happens when engagement goes off. So the first thing is, if employees start to become less engaged, find out why it is. Is it something that's happening at work? Is it something that's happening with a client? Or is it something that's happening at home? It could be that the dog died. It could be that they're having a hard time with one particular issue. People have all kinds of reasons why they become less engaged. And it could be a personal issue. And that's really important to clarify. Is it something at work, or is it a personal issue? Because if they're not loving the work, they're not passionate about it, and find out why, find out if you can re-engage them with it. But if it's something that's personal outside work, just try to be there and be supportive for them, because it's a very different type of engagement you need with those people as opposed to the people who are having problems at work. I'm Mark Newlands. Those are my tips on employee engagement. If you have any suggestions, if you have any questions, if you have any problems, please do let me know. Thank you for subscribing to the How to CEO show. If you like this, please do share, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.